What is loft on a golf club? How does it affect your shots? And do you have the right loft gapping throughout your bag? Today we're on the TaylorMade tour truck at Scottsdale to find out.
I mean, loft essentially is going to give you an array of different shots throughout your bag, and that's why we have up to 14 clubs to be able to explore in a golf bag. So your 3-iron to your pitching wedge, there's going to be a massive difference of what that loft is, but you're going to get totally different performance. You know, the more loft that you've got in your golf bag moving down into, say, a pitching wedge or your sand wedge and your lob wedge, you will have more loft on them. And what that's going to do, it's going to launch it higher, it's going to spin more, and it's going to have less distance than your stronger lofted clubs in your bag. So it's really important to make sure that the loft on your clubs are doing an individual job for you in your bag. Now, as we move up into maybe your longer irons or hybrids or fairway woods, it's really key to maybe get on a launch monitor and making sure that each club is doing a job. You know, a lot of time I'll spend time with some amateur golfers and we'll look through the set, and I'll maybe have a look at the longer irons, you know, the 3-iron, the 4-iron and the 5-iron, and maybe what I've seen with their other clubs, I'll ask them, do you find that your 3, your 4 and your 5 are doing the same thing? And sometimes I'll say, yeah, I do. I struggle to launch the 4-iron and the 3-iron. So then we'll make that relative maybe on the launch monitor and some of the data, and it might be that the speed isn't there for the golfer, for the loft to start activating as how it should be, because the dynamic loft is too low in the stronger irons. So if the 3-iron and the 4-iron are doing exactly the same thing as the 5, well, let's take them out and let's put golf clubs in that are going to do the right job for that golfer. That could be a 4 hybrid or a 9 wood or a 7 wood, and it's making sure that each club is doing an individual job in the bag. And it might be that in their golf bag that they've only got 12 clubs in the bag because maybe their individual swing only dictates that they need 12 clubs in the bag. You know, we've got the ability to have 14 clubs, but you know, for a lot of golfers, maybe they don't need 14 clubs. But if we've got the option there to have that many, so make sure that each 14 of them clubs is doing a specific job for you in your bag. I would make sure that there's a rationale why we would need to do that. There was certainly, I don't really hear it now very much, but certainly amateur golfer would say, well, I would have my irons tour lofted, which maybe would mean they have all the irons made 2 degrees stronger. Now, if you just take a 7-iron, which is working pretty well for you, and you make it 2 degrees stronger or make it the loft of a 6-iron, well, you're going to flight it like a 6-iron. It's going to launch lower, it's going to have more ball speed, and you're not going to get as much control because it's not coming out at the descent angle of what you would maybe want out of that 7-iron of a starting point. So it's really key, if you're going to change the loft on the golf club, it's for a rational reason, and maybe somebody's told you that that's what they would need to do. And the same process would be the same for your lie angle change. You know, you would measure the static loft of what that golf club is before you start, and then you would get it in the machine and manually change that loft to your bespoke number, what you want, and then you would do that right the way throughout the bag. You could align it in with a gapping session. So if you want your iron to go, you know, 7-iron at 150, and you're going to build it from there, you want to make sure you've got the right amount of gap in with each iron to make sure you've got the shots what you want to hit on the golf course.